Good afternoon. It's Jenny Taylor reporting to you live from our weather studio. I wanted to touch base with you about Hurricane Ian or Ian, however you want to call it. It's IAN, three letters. You can make it work. We're in our weather studio. Just wanted to touch base with you about the spaghetti models. There seems to be some concern about which way they're going to go, and are we going to have understanding and before the hits. And you definitely want to be prepared. And so I just want to kind of give a little bit of clarity and potentially a little bit of respite to the stress that you might be feeling as we talk about the different spaghetti models. So first and foremost, you of course have just regular spaghetti. But the problem with regular spaghetti, especially uncooked, is it breaks pretty easily. And so it's really hard to navigate. It also doesn't have much flimsibility. It doesn't work well to move, to have a little bit of give and take as far as making those little weird loops around the ocean. And so we do prefer that you have just regular cooked spaghetti. I got this from our refrigerator. It makes it easy to understand how to navigate to kind of determine where the hurricane is going. And so it's really best to have cooked spaghetti. And I would not have angel hair spaghetti. It's really too thin, and really what's the point? You just have to have 3 pieces in order to get 1 piece of spaghetti. So stick with the regular spaghetti. It doesn't matter if it's generic or higher end brand, it's okay. But I wanted to kind of give you an understanding of who they're coming from and how kind of these spaghetti models are created. And so some of them are easy and they're also colored, and some of them are more complex. And so first, just to give you an idea, we have our easy one, and this is our yellow spaghetti model. It's just a basic smiley face, nothing too extraneous in some of the shapes, but just a nice way to start a day. Of course, you can get a little bit more advanced in your spaghetti models, and you could do like the state of Florida. It's typically the sunshine state, except when there's a hurricane, there's a lot of cloud cover. But you could do something a little bit, have this little loop here that gives you a little bit more of a kind of test to see your creativity. Of course, we move into a little bit more of your difficulty, and you have the green starfish, and so you also have a little bit of seashells that you could try to do on the different sides. So of course you have that option. Of course, my favorite is also the more difficult one, but it's going to be the red turtle. And so this spaghetti model does take a little bit of time, but it's more accurate, and it gives you more of a picture of kind of what's to come. And it is facing more of the westerly direction that we're seeing that this hurricane is going to lead into. Of course, there has been in the past options for others what want to fit into the creativity of a hurricane model. And so, sometimes we have Alabama sticks in there. And if that happens, you can just really, if it's something you don't want to really deal with, you can just color it in. Sharpies are good ways, markers, colored pencils, either way, you can make that work. But when we really get concerned are with the blue spaghetti models. The blue spaghetti models really mean run. Oh no, it's getting really complicated. My head can't even get around where I should start with the spaghetti model, whether it be the shark or the stingray or these fish down here. So I just did an outline of it. Again, the thing to keep in mind when you're going through a hurricane here in Florida is you really just need to breathe. It's going to happen. You have no power to stop it. You have the power to be prepared, which we encourage everyone to be. You also have the power to make smart decisions. So we here at the news station definitely recommend you not going into the ocean during a hurricane. We still have a lot of people who visit the Florida area and think it would be great to just go in the water when there's a hurricane. We advise against that. There's some obvious reasons, but the number one reason is we don't want to get wet during a hurricane. And so we encourage you, and those of you who are visiting might be down here, just kind of stay out of the water if it's possible. And remember that when you see water, it's run. And when you see wind and you hear wind, it means stay. So those are kind of the things that we here in our news station want to take advantage of. And we know that the spaghetti models can be complicated, but basically our news station just wants you to take warning and to make sure that you have a plan and to have shelters in place so that you can get out of the way in time. So we wish everyone safe and be mindful of just be smart. Don't be stupid during this week. And we hope everyone stays safe.